Hey there, welcome back to Turntable Guy. On the bench today, we have a Technics SL-B, as in Bob, 5. This is one of their automatic changers. Very rare, I would say. You don't see a lot of these, and they didn't make very many of them. But we have one here, and cool on this one, what is really awesome, let me just remove this for a second here, is it actually has the original 33 stacker and the uber rare 45 stacker. How cool is that? They almost always go missing, so to have these with the table is really cool. What is not cool is I've already flipped this and cleaned this. This platter mat is dying, and you can see there from all the spots and all the rest of it. It is leaking out its natural oils, and it is turning into a piece of rock. I cleaned this yesterday just because I noticed when he dropped it off, he said there was grease all over his platter. I cleaned that off, and I wiped this down with a degreaser, and as you can see, it's already starting to leak again. So there's nothing you can do about this. I've heard some people say, soak it in Rubber Renew. Well, Rubber Renew is expensive, and to cover this whole thing is going to be a lot of money. So the problem is that it's proprietary. You really need this particular mat for this turntable because it has this huge hole in the middle to take all these interchangeable spindles. So there's your standard single place spindle, and it's kind of like a dual, and it just goes over there. And then if you want to change, say you get a party and you want to put on like, whatever, stack 5 records, you grab your, if you stack like 12 centimeter record, grab this, there's a little notch here, you put it in, you push down and you twist, and now you're ready for stacking. And let's just see, I don't have it plugged in, but yeah, you'll see those move, and they should close. There they go, they close, the record drops, and then the needle drops. There we go. Yeah, so that's the 33 stacker. And then we have the 45 stacker. And same thing. Let's see here. I think it goes in like that. Push down and twist, same idea. Switch that. I'm not sure if that matters or not, but when you hit start, you should see these close as the, see how it moved in or moved out, and now there it goes. It's cool. It really is. But it's also, in this day and age, just completely unnecessary. I mean, who is gonna do that? Who's gonna stack 45s? Maybe just for fun, if you're doing like a retro party or something. Anyway, it is what it is. So anyway, the platter mat is kind of dying, but I think he's going to sell this. So you just said get it, serviced, make sure it's running correctly. And it's a Technics, so there's probably not going to be a lot wrong with this thing. So there's the platter, it's classic Technics platter. And as you can see here, we've had a belt that, oh, this is a stylus protector. Huh. It's not what, there's a different kind of stylus or cartridge on here right now. So, okay, so as you can see, we definitely had a belt die in here at one point. Like most turntables, most belt drive turntables, people probably in the 80s at some point said, okay, I have now repurchased all my records on CD. I no longer need this. So they either sold their turntable, or some guys probably said, or some girls or whatever, they said, I'm going to put this away in the closet. I'll probably never listen to records again, but I don't want to sell my collection. I spent so long collecting it, buying it. Isn't that gross? That who knows? Maybe I'll play records again someday. So they took their turntable. They left the belt on the pulley. They put it away for 30, 40 years, whatever. bring it out, and then notice it doesn't spin because this is what's happened to the belt that they left on there. So if you plan on storing a turntable, remove the belt and put it in a plastic bag or something. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It wasn't too gooey either. So this one's just going to get a real simple service. We're not going to do a lot to it. Like I said, I believe he's going to be selling it. So we're just going to do our standard Technics service on it, which is, lubrication is a little bit different on this one. It's almost like lubricating a dual main shaft here. So put a few drops on the motor. We're going to have a look underneath and make sure all our pitch potentiometers are going to be cleaned and all the rest of it. So nothing particularly special here. We'll set up the arm, and then maybe what we'll do is we'll do a 33 record stack and see how it works. Okay, so let me get this thing turned over and the bottom removed, and I'll be right back. Okay, screws are out. Bottom's mostly just cardboard, and there's a plastic vent here. Looks like it's for the changer mechanism. Must dip down quite a bit deeper than a standard Technics. Okay, so what do we got here? So we have our auto return and changer mechanism here. This whole gearing system here with the string, that's part of the repeat. And if you don't have to mess with that, don't, because it is very complicated. There's a lot of very thin metal springs here. This is the record size changer here. So for like a 33, a 45, or 10 inch or whatever, that's what these are. You can put a little bit of grease here. But this was working perfectly fine. The grease is still good in this table. And this is our size. As you can see, it goes over here to the size. We have our stop button here on the left side, so that trips the stop mechanism. And over here we have a lamp for our strobe. And here are two fine speed adjustment potentiometers for 45 and 33. And here is our 45 and 33 switch and our main pitch control here. So we're gonna do them first. So we'll just zoom in just a little bit and just get some contact cleaner. I think we just need to remove the one screw. You might have to, I don't know if you have to remove the button top or not. You probably do. Let's see if we can yank it. Let's just see what happens here. No, I think we need to remove these two. I'll put this screw back. I don't know if I've worked on one of these or not in the past. I know I've worked on a Technics changer. Can't remember. Yeah, you definitely have to pull on this. It's gonna, the button from the top is gonna fall out just like that. So, okay, now you can just flip it over, and yeah, excellent. We can give the speed switch a shot of contact cleaner. Just use whatever contact cleaner you have. Don't worry about brands too much. Okay, so do that. Work it back and forth a million times. And then our potentiometer for our pitch control. It's a nice little opening right here. Couple shots and work that back and forth. Okay, and then we can put that back. It's a very easy turntable to maintain. And that's why I like Technics so much. They're very reliable, they're well built, and easy to maintain, and they sound good. Put your button back. There's not much else I'm going to do under here, believe it or not. I ain't touching anything. Like I said, this grease is fine. These are not duals where the grease absolutely turns into concrete. Like, it seems like the stuff from the 80s has a better chance of surviving nasty grease because the lubricants got better. It seems like the 70s stuff is the real bad stuff. Duals, even Techniques, there's a lot of stuff that gums up in the 70s turntables. But in the 80s, they seem to have got it right. And if you don't have to mess with it, I would leave it alone. There's something else you can do is you can give these a little shot, these pots here, and just leave them alone for now. Because if you have to do some fine adjustment, then you've already pre-treated them. And they should be clean once you go to adjust speed, but we'll check that out. Everything's feeling good here. Okay, yeah, I think that's it for under here. We'll do the motor up top. I'm not touching anything under here. I'm gonna put the base back on and we'll continue on. So one thing I want to show you on the base here, there's a couple openings here and here. I believe these are for setting your lead in and auto return. And then there's a multitude of holes here. If we look, the pots are right here, and you should be able to get a screwdriver in here to adjust those once you get the table back up on its feet, if you need to do fine adjustment on the speed. Just a couple things I wanted you to see. Okay, we're back up. You can also adjust speed from the top. So when you're doing it, the only irritating part about this is that you're going to have to stop the turntable. Like, so you have to have it spinning, physically stop it with the motor running, which I don't like. Or you can put the arm back, adjust, and then get it going again. That's one way of doing it. I prefer to come in from underneath. That way you can see exactly what's going on. So, lots of ways to adjust this turntable, which is excellent. Okay, let's pay attention to the motor. There's not a lot to servicing a Technics motor. Get some electric motor oil, okay, with a fine tip on it. You're going to want to put a drop of oil at the bottom of the shaft. Okay, that is it. Now, if you want it to sink in a little bit, you can plug your turntable in. And you can start your motor and just let it run. What will happen is that oil will dip down into the top bearing, and that's all she wrote. Okay, center spindle bearing. Again, not a lot to these. This one's fairly well lubricated, but all you need to do for maintenance is, again, maybe a little bit of a light electric motor oil, and you just want to put it between the brass and the inner spindle there. Just a drop or two. That'll work its way down. Keep things lubricated nicely. And excuse my head, you can also put a drop or two right down the center, and that will lubricate the changer. That's it. And then grab your changer, your arm here, and pop it in. And you can just up and down a little bit, and then left and right, just to lubricate stuff. And there you go. All right. Staying with the motor, we're going to clean the spindle. Because we're going to install a new belt on this turntable, so we definitely don't want to contaminate it with any old belt death. Start your motor again, put it on 45, so you get a little bit more speed. A Q-tip dipped in isopropyl alcohol, and just clean the pulley. The oil that I put there is already gone. So this bearing was dry. I'm going to give it one more drop. Motor's nice and quiet. Okay. Zoom out. This is going to be a short video, just so you know. It's not a super in-depth service. It's just more of a general maintenance more than anything else. Okay. Now, because this platter was covered in oil, I have already gone ahead and cleaned this. I actually washed it in the sink with a degreaser and a Scotch-Brite pad. So this is very clean. If you are getting a turntable for the first time, what you want to do is get a paper towel and soak the one side in alcohol and clean around here to remove any grease and whatever else. Because what you're going to do is you're going to buy yourself a new belt. I'm now out of belts. Gotta put another order in. I keep a lot. Well, I like at least 5 at a time. I like to keep these 23.6 inch belts because it's a pretty standard size for a lot of Japanese turntables. As you can see, it fits beautifully on these tables. So, installed a new belt. We're going to put that on the pulley. Just like that. And we're going to see how we're spinning. That's 45. Speed is nice and stable, as it should be, because we just cleaned the pitch. There's your 33. Okay, so 33 is a little slow when I switch this over. All right, so I don't remember which one was 33 or 45. Let's adjust speed. Hang on, let me grab a... where's that center spindle? Here it is. Let's put that down. Put this on. Okay, and I'm gonna guess as to which one's 45 and 33 here. You should probably do, well, 45 is good, so let's just do 33. Which one's 33? So you got to stop it. I'm just going to do that. I don't know if that did anything. No, that's obviously the 45 that I'm adjusting. Oh yeah. This is why I don't like doing it this way. Because you're stopping and guessing, right? Whereas from underneath, you can just dial them in and not have to worry about it. So I'm going to do that. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my screwdriver underneath now. And I'm adjusting the 45. There, that's the way we want it. Now we'll do 33. Okay, here's our 33. I'm glad that we hit that with the contact cleaner. There. Now we've got good speed. And now when we switch, let me get that back there. When we switch between 33 and 45, you won't have to mess with the pitch controls, which is nice. Great. Okay. So I think we are done our general maintenance here. Let's set up our changer mechanism. And I'm going to get a couple crappy records because I really don't want to put them on that. I know the top part of the platter is not greasy, but as soon as I drop this down, this is going to start getting greasy, and grease permeates everywhere. So let me grab a couple crappy records. I'll be right back. Okay, it's 1982. Okay, you're having your, or let's make it 1981 because that was a great year for movies. You're having your New Year's party, okay, and you're sick and tired of getting up to change records. So what we're going to do here, we're going to move our single play, and we're going to install our multi-play adapter. I'm going to push that in, and we're going to twist it. I've already set up the arm for 2 grams. This turntable has one of those weird P-mount adapters where you can mount a P-mount cartridge into an adapter for a 1/2-inch head shell. I don't really like that. Oh, we're getting a little hum. You know what? The just as we're about to do something here, we're going to have to put our New Year's party on hold for a minute here. We've got a little bit of hum on the head shell, and that's because contacts are dirty. So if you get that, you touch your head shell, just put a little bit of contact cleaner in here and clean inside the collar with a Q-tip. And I'll show you what comes out of here. There's 4 gold-plated contacts in there, and the inner ring is the ground. So we'll contact cleaner, and look at that. Pure filth. Let's see if that helped with the sound. Oh, here's that cartridge, just so you know. So it's an Audio Technica AT101 EP, which is an elliptical cartridge. These are great in P-mount cartridges, but I don't like the way they sit in a standard half mount. Plus, it's massive, right? I find they tend to rub right here, but we're not here to worry about that. Okay, is our hum gone? Our hum is gone. Okay, we got a little bit of grease on our fingers from the contact cleaner. All right, let's get back to 1981 here. I don't know if this turntable came out in 1981. No, it'd probably be 1970s, right? Late 70s? Whatever. Okay, so we're going to put a couple records on here. These are crappy old records, so I don't really care. They get scratched. Put that on there. Pop that on there. Okay. So we're partying. We're going to hit the start button over here and let our party begin. There goes our first record. Woo-hoo! Oh yeah. Okay, so that record's playing. This is really hard to do. Okay, so now that one's done. It comes back. There goes our second record. Yeah, I thought that was supposed to play the next one. Maybe, do I have to? Maybe I have to put how many records are on here. Let's try that again. Because that wasn't very fun. Our party just sucked. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, back to our party. All right. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Oh yeah, we're partying now. There we go. Woohoo! Perfect. Okay, so I guess you have to tell how many records you've stacked. This song's not gonna get you in the partying mood. Anyway. That's it, my friends. That's the Technics SL-B5 record changer. Yeah, it's definitely from a different era, and if you have one, that's kind of cool, I guess. Definitely a conversation piece. And if you really want to retro it up one night, stack a whole bunch of records. But God, was that a stupid idea? You know, let's just pile record upon record to the point where your arm, by the, you know, what, sixth record, your arm is going to be, if this was the flat surface, your arm's going to be like this playing the records, right? It's going to be so tilted in the front because there's no adjustment here for it. So I know some duals, you actually, there's a switch here that you flick, you put it into multi-changer mode, and it actually lifted the height of the tone arm to make it more straight with the record, more parallel, right? But not this one. Anyway, that's it for this week. That's the Technics SL-B5. Hope you enjoyed that, and we will catch you in the next video. Thanks.